press record. Hola, Adrian.
Hola.
And share screen. That's all I need to do. Go away. Sorry, thought I had PowerPoint on there, but I don't. There we go. Got there in the end. Bueno. So we are on lesson 25. This year's whizzing by. I put Buenas tardes. I've just copied this from last year when we did 2 classes and we had a morning and afternoon class. Or the year before, maybe that was. Yeah, it should be buenos dias, of course, not buenas tardes. However, bienvenidos a la lección 25 de la clase de español básico. And what have we got this week? Well, we've got more health matters. We're back to the doctor, practicing a few more useful phrases and verbs and adjectives and nouns that will be helpful to us if we ever need to visit the doctor in a Spanish-speaking country. So we'll kick off with our homework, I think, and see if we've got that. See how we did with that. Anybody have any questions about the homework? Was there anything that was like, this doesn't make sense? No. Normally it doesn't make sense when I start giving you the answers, so we'll keep track of that one. Let's see who's not. We put admin Paul on the spot last time. We won't do that this week, Paul. We'll let you off, and we'll go down to Apple. How did you get on with the homework, Apple? Are you able to do these 5 here? And were you able to do it without looking too much up?
Yes and no.
Good.
Bit of a curious egg. Right. Okay. So, the first one. Tengo una picadura de insecto.
Good. Excellent.
Tengo una erupción.
That will do nicely.
Tengo quemaduras solares. La pierna me pica mucho.
Okay.
And tengo, now this one, I wasn't sure where to put the adjective. So, tengo un dolor fuerte de cabeza.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, but dolor de cabeza fuerte might have been better. A pain of the head, strong, just to sort of fit the Spanish convention. But I actually put it in front, and it doesn't really matter too much. That's fine. So tengo una picadura de insecto. It's fine. Erupción or salpullido is fine. Quemaduras solares, quemaduras de sol, either is fine. And me pica mucho la pierna. Now, I think, what did you say? You said la pierna me pica mucho, didn't you? Again, it doesn't matter particularly. So excellent. Well done.
Eric, can I just ask, why is it una picadura, but it's not una salpulido? Why is there an una in picadura but not in the other one? I didn't think we had to put an una if it was a tenga.
I don't know, to be honest with you. There are just some that don't require it, and some that seem to. And I've just learned them as I've gone along. There must be some logical explanation to it, because it's Spanish, not English, so it should have a rule. But there are quite a few ailments where you don't say I have a cough, tengo tos. You don't say un tos. You just say tos. And same with rash, same with burn. But I have an insect bite. It has one. It could be that I've got it wrong. I'll check it out and let you know. Good question.
Eric,
yes.
in our lesson notes last week, it didn't have one.
Didn't it?
No.
Oh, well spotted. Well spotted. I've probably just translated it in my head from English, but I'll double check, and when I circulate the lesson notes at the end of the lesson, I'll add it. Adrian.
Eric, isn't one of your sons married to a Russian? I don't think Russians have any articles, do they?
They don't have a verb to be either, which is bizarre. I don't know how they manage to talk to each other. Never quite been able to work it out. Yeah, I'm not going to. I did try to learn Russian for about 6 weeks, and then I gave it up as a not a bad job, a dreadful job. Yeah, I'm not going to go to Russian. I'll check that one out, and we'll see how we'll see which is correct. And Leslie, you think I didn't have it last week, so I'm nothing if not inconsistent.
And you did have it with the rash.
Oh, did I?
Okay. I had to look it up, you see.
Yeah, okay.
I looked at the lesson notes, and yeah, and they're both different to last week.
Okay.
Never mind.
I'll consult an expert on these things, on grammar, not on medical matters. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well spotted, everybody. Gosh, you're sharp this morning. I'm half asleep still. You lot. Right. Okay. Let's go on to the next person to do it. Jane, how about you take these on?
Me duele el oído. Tengo tos.
Muy bien.
He caído y me duele la rodilla.
Muy bien.
Estoy sin aliento.
Sin aliento. Yeah.
Oh, sin. Okay.
Sin. Get that Spanish. Sin aliento.
Tengo una alergia.
Alergia. See. I have an allergy. Tengo alergia.
Oh, we don't have an una in that one then. This is where it's very confusing.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for confusing you all. I just chug along and do it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd certainly be understood. Whether you'd be speaking correct grammar, whether you had one or lose one. I'm just, we're talking about allergies further on, and I must double check to see whether I put one in or not. Can't find it now. We'll come to it. All will be revealed fairly soon. When we fall, we're using the verb caerse. So it has to be reflexive because you're falling, you yourself are falling. So it's a reflexive verb, caerse, and so we have to put in the reflexive pronoun. So it's me he caído, y me duele la rodilla. So fine. There's an alternative there to estoy sin aliento. No puedo respirar. I can't breathe. Is an alternative. You, instead of saying tengo alergia, you can also say soy alérgico. It's I have an allergy, I am allergic to whatever you are allergic to. Bueno. Adrian, is this the last? Yeah, this is the last lot. Can you navigate through these issues, please?
Estornudando todo lo tiempo.
That's good. Yes, that's perfect. It's a long word, isn't it?
No puedo dormir.
Muy bien.
Me duele la espalda.
Muy bien.
Tengo un corte en el pie.
Muy bien.
Tengo una resaca.
Good. Perfect. Pitch perfect. Estornudando is nudando. You often come across big words in Spanish and don't always have the opportunity to rehearse them. But if you do, good practice to say it a few times, and then you just get the rhythm of the word in your head, and it's easier to say next time you come to it. And I'm sneezing all the time. Adrian's perfectly right. Alternatively, you say I can't stop sneezing. No puedo dejar de estornudar is fine. It's fine. Good. Okay. So we're going to talk now about taking medicine. So you may be you may be prescribed a number of different things, and you may be asked if you are allergic to any medicines. So S is the formal, U form of ser. So it's the usted form of the verb ser. And of course we use ser because being allergic to something is an inherent characteristic rather than a temporary ailment. And you can say, as we know, soy alérgico, and then whatever it is, a la penicilina, a las coritas, las taritas, los apósitos adhesivos. Coritas, tiritas, apósitos adhesivos are all, does anybody know what they are? Plasters, band-aids. So there's lots of different words for them. I normally hear coritas. I don't know whether that's a South American thing or not, to be honest with you. but curitas is fine. And often you can get one just by asking for a Band-Aid, because the brand, the American brand of sticking plaster is sold pretty well worldwide, and have you got a Band-Aid normally does the trick if you can't remember curita. Okay. What are you taking? Oh, we did this last week, so quick recap. If you're taking a medicine, good idea to just run through the drugs that you're taking so that you know them, or write them on your phone, something like that, so you have a record and you can tell doctor what it is. Every time I go to the dentist, they say, are you taking any medication? And I say, oh, I've just got some blood pressure tablets. What are they? And I go, oh, my goodness me, I can't remember. They say, oh, never mind. You think, well, what did you ask me in the first place? But good idea to learn these before going abroad. So, estoy tomando medicamentos para la presión arterial alta. But I can never remember what the types of drugs are, and I should stick them on my phone. If I go to, if I ever get out of the country again, I'll stick them on my phone. And good idea to do that as well. If you take, you all look a very healthy lot. I'm sure you're not on any medication. Here are some common drugs and medications, and many of these are close cognates to the English version of the drug, and one would expect that because they're often scientific names. If you want to say, I'm taking, estoy tomando, it's the present continuous, formed with the verb estar, to be, and tomando, which is the gerund of the verb. So that's how we create the present continuous tense. It's the English equivalent to I am taking, as opposed to I take. And in English, we use the present continuous as our number one choice as a rule. It's when you're doing something, you normally use the present continuous rather than just the present tense. So, estoy tomando analgésicos, painkillers, antibióticos, antihistamínicos. I should have mínicos stressed that first I has the accent on. Aspirinas, pastillas anticonceptivas, bloqueadores beta, estatinas. I think they're the common ones. If you've got any others, just look them up and make yourself aware of them. But also a good idea, as I said earlier, to make a note of the actual name of the drug and maybe how many you take, just in case. What might you be offered? Well, over here we can get syrups, pastules, ointments, lots of things like that. Exactly the same in a Spanish-speaking country, of course. Tablets could be pastillas, comprimidos, or tabletas. Tabletas should be easy to remember. Yeah. I tend to remember pastillas. I don't know why. Pastules. We do talk about pastules. They're generally chewy, but not necessarily chewy in Spain. Tabletas, pastillas, fairly easy to remember. A syrup is el jarabe. Don't tend to get syrups, do we? I think that's more of something for children. But if you want something for child, then harabe is a good one. Or you can try the brand name, because the brand name is often the same in Spain as it is in the UK. I'm pretty sure they recognise Calpol in Spain and the Canary Islands. Chemists, of course, La Farmacia is a great place to go. If you're feeling a bit under the weather, you probably don't want to go through all the hassle of going to see a doctor. You might just try and get something, self-medicate from the chemist for a little while. So that's fine. Ointments, pomada, or there's this lovely word, unguento. Now you remember using the U after a G hardens the G, unless it has the that word I can never say, diaresis over the two little dots over the top, in which case the U is sounded. So unguento. La crema is a cream, gotas are drops, and el sobre is a sachet. So they're things you might find in a chemist or be offered by the doctor. And how would you take them? Quite important, really. Don't just swig it out of the bottle. Cucharadas are spoonfuls, typically a 5 ml spoon, just like we have here. You might be told, tome una cucharada 3 veces al día. What would that mean, Abigail, if you were told that? Tome una cucharada 3 veces al día.
Take a spoonful 3 times a day.
Yeah, 1 spoon 3 times a day. Fratello means rub it. Okay, so it's from the verb frotar, and fratello is the imperative. So you've been given an instruction. Frotte, rub, you rub. Lo it. So do you remember when we use a verb in the imperative, when we're giving a command, we can hook the pronoun at the end of it. So when we say rub it in, we can say fratello, rub it. Fratello en la spalda, rub it on your back. The to form in the imperative is frotta. So if you get a particularly familiar pharmacist or doctor, they may say fratello instead of fratello. I don't think I'm pretty sure I wouldn't notice whether they were being formal or informal with me, but you get the gist. Masticar means to chew, and the imperative of a masticar is, in the usted form again, is mastique. So mastique una tableta después de las comidas. Abigail, what would that mean? Mastique una tableta después de las comidas.
Chew 1 tablet after meals, eating.
Yeah,
or
after meals, perfect, yeah. Tomar means to take, and deber means you should. To have to is deber. So debe tomar una tableta antes de las comidas. And Abigail's doing really well with the translating the instructions on the bottles. What's that one, Abigail?
You should take 1 tablet before meals.
Perfect, yeah. So you can also use the verb tener to tell you what you should do. If you say tengo que, it's I have to. If you say tienes que, it's you have to in the informal. Tenemos que, we have to. So that que after the verb, after the conjugated verb, is quite common. The formal you have to would be, the usted form would be tiene que. Tiene que tomar una pastilla 2 veces al día. And if you want to know how you should take the medicine, you get handed a bottle. You're not sure the instructions are particularly easy to read. You could always ask the pharmacist, ¿Cómo debo tomar esta medicina? Or ¿Cómo tengo que tomar estas pastillas? How ought I to take this medicine? How do I have to take these tablets? So you'd get a spoken answer, which may or may not be easier to understand. We think the Spanish speak fast, don't we? I got a video on my Facebook feed this week of my daughter-in-law's sister was doing a promo video for her university, and she's talking about their archaeological courses, which she does archaeology at Quito University, and she's talking so fast. I can't believe that anybody could talk that fast. It's incredible. The Spanish do seem to speak quickly a lot of the time. They say they don't, and the English speak quickly. But Emilia is going at it. She's muy rápido. So the doctor might not offer you medicine. Quite often, I've been to the doctor and I've not been given a magic pill. I've been given some advice instead. Generally, don't drink so much. What do these sentences mean? Paul, you look like a man who's been given a bit of advice by the doctor in your time.
Oh, definitely.
What would these say? Necesitas hacer más ejercicio.
You need to take more exercise.
Muy bien. What about the next one? Can you say it and translate it for us?
Yeah. Deberías. I'd say.
Yeah.
You're going to say I'm saying it in French now.
No.
I say dieta.
Dieta. Deberías. Don't forget.
Deberías hacer dieta. You need to go on a diet.
Yeah. Good.
Tienes que perder peso. Probably, yeah, that's probably quite true. You need to lose weight.
Good. Yeah, well done.
Debes beber menos alcohol. Probably.
So,
with lockdown, I think we've probably all done that. You drink too much. Or you should cut down on your alcohol.
Yeah. You need to drink less alcohol. Yeah.
So, con más frutas y verduras frescas. Frescas, yeah. You need to eat more fruit and veg.
Yeah, eat more fruit. Fresh fruit and veg, yeah.
Fresh fruit. Duerme más, ve a la cama más temprano. Get more sleep and go to bed early.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Early. Yep. And te preocupas demasiado intenta relajarte.
Good, yeah, good.
You worry too much. Try to chill, relax.
Yeah, chill. That's a good one, yeah. Te preocupas. Yeah, you worry demasiado, a little too much. Yeah. Very well done. Okay, there's the translations. Paul got them Paul got them bang on. When you get an opportunity, have a little practice with your wife, with your Spanish vowels. Just go over breakfast. Just go through your Spanish vowels. Your pronunciation's pretty good, and it really is tricky. So don't think you're just going to get it off pat. It really is tricky. You need to listen to Spanish speakers, have them lecture you ideally. No, it's like this, and pay particular attention to the vowel sounds. A, e, I, o, u. A, e, I, o, u. Which are quite different to English ones, and there's no long vowel sounds. They're all exactly the same. And also, if you can listen to some Spanish, lots of it on YouTube, just try and pay attention to where the stress comes in the word. So these are the two critical things. There's probably three critical things in Spanish: getting the stress right, getting the vowel sounds right, and hitting the ending. So you need to hit the ending of the word, because the Spanish do listen to that. And if you don't quite get it right, then they've not got a hope really of understanding what you're saying. Okay, payments. Well, there's no NHS in Spain or most other countries. Some do have different public healthcare systems, but you have to be a resident to access them. So you'll need insurance. If you've got a European health card, it still works in Spain post-Brexit. That was one of the deals they were able to stitch up. But there's something new called a GHIC, Global Health Insurance Card, which I think is going to replace the European one. And it's supposed to work worldwide. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? I think I haven't got one yet. My European card's still valid. I'm definitely get one, but I think probably need to read the small print. Even if you've got one, it may not cover all of the costs of it. So you will probably still need holiday insurance and a couple of questions for the doctor. ¿Cuánto es por la consulta? How much do I owe you for the consultation? And necesito un recibo para mi compañía de seguros. So I need a receipt for my insurance company. Couple of phrases there. You probably don't need to ask the first one. I think they'll tell you pretty quickly. But if you need a receipt, which you will do, of course, be sure to get one from them. So there's a few more things that we can go through, that just polishing the phrases that we've learnt over the past 2 weeks. Do you remember that we can use the verb sentar in the reflexive, sentarse, to say that I feel ill, to feel unwell or to feel well. You can use sentar, but it has to be reflexive. Other words, it's just, I feel your hand in mine. You wouldn't use me siento, you just say siento. Me siento means that I feel whatever. You can expect something to do with health. Me siento que me estoy muriendo. Tengo moqueo nasal, ojos llorosos y sigo tosiendo y estornudoro. Did anybody watch the videos? Did you watch the video links that I put there? Yes. These are a direct translation from that conversation, and one of them was it a woman who had a really annoying voice, or the man? They probably both had really annoying voices, but me siento que me estoy muriendo. I think that I am dying. Tengo moqueo nasal. My nose is blocked. Ojos llorosos. My eyes are streaming. Sigo tosiendo. I keep coughing and estornudando and sneezing. No te preocupes. Don't you worry. Me siento nauseas. Me duele la garganta. I feel nauseous. My throat is sore. A lo mejor tiene gripe. Creo que debes ir al médico mañana. So he's saying, maybe you've got the flu. I think that you ought to go to the doctor tomorrow. So a lo mejor, you can translate as maybe. It's one of those words, it's one of those phrases in Spanish, doesn't make any sense really if you try and do a direct translation. You have to know what it means. A lo mejor. To it better, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe it means. You can also use tal vez for maybe. Quizás is a good one, and quizás is, you know, perhaps an easier one to remember. Possibly or maybe. A lo mejor. Tienes razón, and that's another useful little conversational phrase. It means you're right. Yeah, you're right. Necesito tomar medicina. I need to take some medicine. Despite being annoying, those couple of little videos were quite useful. Here are some other phrases that we've learnt. Who haven't we had? We've had Adrian. We've taken everybody. I'm going to go down a bit. Giselle, what do these phrases mean?
I have an insect bite.
Yeah, can you read the Spanish and then do us a translation, please? If that's okay.
Tengo picadura de insecto. I have an insect bite.
Mm-hmm.
Tengo una erupción, or tengo un sarpullido. I have a rash. Me pica, or me está picando. A cut.
Itch.
Itch.
Yeah.
Itch. Tengo quemaduras solares. I have sunburn. Me caí. I fell.
Yep.
Estoy sin aliento. I haven't got.
I have no breath.
Breath.
I'm breathless.
I couldn't remember. I always say it looks like alien to me. So yeah, breath. I have no breath. I'm breathless. Yeah. Sorry.
Give us a good Spanish I, which of course is E. So picadora.
Picadora.
Picadora. Yeah. está bullido, me pica, picando. That's that Spanish E vowel again, sin aliento. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I have an insect bite. Tengo una erupción. I have a rash. Me pica. Good one to use with your rash. Tengo una erupción. Me pica. It itches me. Sunburn, common complaint in the British abroad. Me caí, I have fallen, and I am breathless. Estoy sin aliento. Excellent. Okay, we've got some more here. Leslie, do you fancy having a go at these? You're still on mute, Leslie. Yeah, that's it.
Mi nariz está mucosa. My nose is something.
Blocked. Mucosa is well, it's snot. But you know, it's not very nice.
My nose is snot.
I've got a blocked nose. Is the thing, but they say my nose is mucosa is catarrh or snot, but we don't say that in English, do we? We say my nose is blocked, and we assume everybody knows what it's blocked with. Yeah. Okay, estornudar.
That's the sneeze one.
That's a sneeze. Yeah, yeah.
Tengo un corte en mi pie. The cut on my foot.
Yep.
Una resaca.
Una resaca.
Not supposed to use the personal possessive.
Oh. Adrian, well done. You spotted one of today's deliberate mistakes. It should be LPA, of course it should. Yeah.
Thank you, Adrian. I can't remember resaca.
It's a hangover.
Oh yes, yes.
You've probably never had one, yeah. Leslie.
Oh,
maybe.
Of course not.
Of course not.
Not lately. Estoy preocupado. I'm worried.
Preocupado. Sí, I'm worried. Yeah.
He sido mordido por una serpiente.
Serpiente is a good clue there. What does a serpiente sound like? It's a snake. Yeah. Oh. So I've been bitten by a snake. Yeah.
Oof, not likely.
Well, there's lots of them in Europe. They're everywhere, aren't they? I was walking in Crete one year, and my son kept seeing snakes everywhere, and he was quite jumpy about them, and I hadn't seen one. And I said, well, it's perhaps because you're walking in front, I'll walk in front for a bit. So I did that, and he was shouting, "Mind a snake, Dad!" And I didn't see one of them. But that night we asked the owner of this cafe, who had a stuffed snake in a glass box, whether they were poisonous. Of course we didn't speak any Greek except ne and a few other single syllable words. So it was quite a difficult conversation. But we wanted to know if the snake was poisonous, and the restaurant owner told us that no, it wasn't, but it didn't taste very nice. So he wasn't concerned about it biting us. He was more concerned about the taste of it. Anyway, there we go. I'm digressing. What's the last one?
Me picado por una medusa.
Do you remember Medusa? It's one of my favourites, Medusa. It's a jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
So I've been stung by a jellyfish. Another common problem. And look, Adrian, I've put it right there, but I didn't put it right in the other one. I've got to get my my act together on that. Some other common ones. Tengo asthma. Being asthmatic is quite a common problem. So you may want to tell the doctor that soy asmática, or if you're a man, asmático means I'm asthmatic. Tengo diabetes, I have diabetes, or if you prefer, soy diabético, I am diabetic. And again, that's an increasing complaint these days. Tengo colesterol alto, I have high cholesterol. Gosh, we do sound an unhealthy lot, we British, don't we? We're not alone. Common complaints is if you're not feeling too well, you often feel a bit dizzy, don't you? And it's one of the symptoms that you may want to talk to the doctor about. So to tell him you're dizzy, estoy mareada if you're a woman, or mareado if you're a man. And of course we're using estar to describe how we're feeling. We're feeling dizzy, but we're using ser when we're talking about being asthmatic or diabetic, because those are inherent characteristics, more permanent issues, whereas being dizzy, you don't expect it to continue for a long time. So estoy mareado. You can also say me siento mareado, mareada. I feel dizzy. And mi esposo se siente mareado. My husband feels dizzy. He might be unable to speak for himself. So important that you can step in with a thing. Here's some other useful phrases that we may need. Me duele cuando trago. It hurts when I swallow. Tengo indigestión. I have indigestion. Tengo acidez estomacal. I have heartburn. So an acid stomach is the direct translation for that. We've done some of these just a minute ago. These are common drugs, worth knowing them, particularly if you're going to a pharmacy rather than the doctor. And you may, these are all over-the-counter stuff that you can ask for. You wouldn't need to see the doctor or get a written prescription for them. Aspirina, of course. Paracetamol. Cetamol is paracetamol. Ibuprofeno. This is one of those words that I need to practice a bit more. Is I can't say it in English either, so what hope have I got in Spanish? Gotas para los ojos, eye drops. Protector solar is sunscreen. You may want to ask for factor de alta protección solar, or you could ask for factor, what's the high one? 50 is 50, factor 50. Bronceador, suntan lotion. I don't think we do suntan lotion, do we now? We just do sunblock. I probably should get rid of that one. Crema antiseptica is the sort of Germolene or Savlon sort of stuff. I think you can actually buy Savlon in Spain. Las coritas are band-aids, sticking plasters. So those are the medicines. What should we do them? How should we use them? Uso cuteano is external use only, we would probably say. So it's for the skin, rub it in. Via oral is there to be taken by mouth, swallowed. Para niños a partir de 5 años, for children older than 5 years. Now, I think we actually, one year we did this, and one of our class members who'd got a villa in Spain brought in lots of medication, so spent some time looking at the bottles, and I think this was one of the phrases that was on there, and I made a note of it. It's a little bit unusual. Para niños a partir de 5 años. So partir is to part or to cut. So they obviously used it in the sense of a cut-off time, and it was for children over 5. Is the meaning. Mantener fuera de la vista y del alcance de los niños. Keep out of sight and reach of children. It's common sense, that, isn't it? So, Karen, bienvenidos. How do you feel about translating these? I can see you grimacing. You're on mute at the moment. Yeah. That's it. That's better.
Llame una ambulancia. Call an ambulance.
Yeah.
Debo hacer una cita.
Yeah.
Do I need to make an appointment?
That's right. You got debo right the first time, so it is an S sound. Debo hacer.
Me siento un fuerte dolor aquí. I feel a sharp pain here.
Mm-hmm.
Estoy constipado or constipada. I'm constipated. ¿Cuánto tiempo hace que usas el baño? Something about.
So it's to do with
about,
the.
Oh, how often do you have to use the bathroom?
Yeah. So how long do you? Yeah. When did you last use the bathroom?
All right.
Yeah.
Desde hace 3 días. I don't know what desde is.
Yeah.
So I've had it for 3 days.
Yeah, since 3 days is yeah.
Está sangrando mucho. It hurts a lot. I don't know.
It's bleeding.
Bleeding a lot.
Yeah. Do you remember the holiday drink sangria is so called because it's red like blood. So that's the sangrando is to bleed, is bleeding. Okay, well done, perfect. Yep. And we've been doing a lot. Debo. We're using deber here and deboke. So you have to, or you should do. Very much interchangeable, these phrases. Tengo que means I have to. So you use the right conjugation of tener, que, plus the infinitive, to tell somebody to do something or to say that you have to do something. Por ejemplo, tienes que hacer tu tarea esta noche. You have to do your homework tonight. Deber means you should do. It's a sense of duty. You ought to, I suppose. You have to or you ought to. Often both mean that you damn well must do it now, but it's deber's a little more charming. So use the right conjugation of deber plus que plus the no, you don't need que with deber. You have to whatever. So debes hacer tu tarea esta noche is the you ought to do your homework tonight. Tienes que quedarte en la cama. You should stay in bed. You should rest more. Debes descansar más. You ought to rest more. So it's a subtle difference between the two, but often has much the same meaning. Now I'm going to do a quick bit of revision here. We had a lesson about cognates and near perfect cognates a little while ago. And these are words that sound the same or almost the same in Spanish as in English. And we learned some words in English can translate directly into Spanish with just a change of ending. And it's really useful because it gives us a whole range of Spanish words that we already know. So let's just have a quick revision of those rules. Any word that ends in ent in English is exactly the same in Spanish, but it has a different ending. It ends in ente. So urgent becomes urgente. ANT becomes ante. Words ending in TION, exactly the same in Spanish, but they end in CION, sion. Ari becomes ario, ical becomes eco, ens becomes ensia, and ans becomes ansia. So if you see a word in Spanish with any of those endings, you can translate it, or if you want to know what the word is in Spanish, if you've got an English word that ends in ent, ants, tion, ari, egal, ens, ans, you know pretty well you can use the beginning of that word, but just put the Spanish ending on, and it means exactly the same. It expands your vocabulary significantly just by knowing this particular rule. Of course, it's never that easy, is it? So there's going to be some exceptions, and it's best to try to know the exceptions rather than just learn a whole lot of words that are the same, because most times it works perfectly well. So there's an example. Constant, constante. Atención is attention. Necesario is necessary. Cómico is comical. Difference is diferencia. Importancia is importance. So there will be Spanish, even though the word's the same as in English with a little tweak of the ending, you can't get away with pronouncing it like an English word. Importancia. You have to pronounce the Spanish. You have to pronounce it the Spanish way. Diferencia. necesario. So it's important to pronounce it correctly, but you'll get the word. Now we're going to we'll set some of those for homework for this week. We'll put some out for homework. So so have a go at those for homework, and we're pretty much banged on time. So we'll end the lesson there. I've got some yes, these are all names of children's favorite children's books in Spanish. If you all take your, we'll have a couple of minutes of chaos. You'll take yourselves off mute and tell me what you think these are. El Mago de Oz. Oh, yeah. Ricitos de Oro y los tres osos.
Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Yes, it's Golden Curls and 3 bears. Caperucita Roja.
Red Riding.
Yes, Caperucita is a little hood. Los tres cerditos.
Little pigs.
Yeah, 3 little pigs. Cerdos are pigs. And of course, if you add that ita thing on, it's the Spanish diminutive, and little pigs are cerditos. El hombre de pan de Ginebra. That's right, the gingerbread man, yeah. Juan y los frijoles mágicos.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
John and the Magic Beans.
That's right, yeah. Juan and the Magic Beans, yeah. Jack and the Beanstalk, yeah. He has, I think exactly the same thing happens. La gallinita roja.
Little red hen.
Perfect. Yeah. Somebody knows their children's books. El gato con botas.
What's in boots?
That's it. Cenicienta.
Sleeping Beauty. No, that's the last one. Cenicienta. Cinderella.
It's Cinders, yes, Cinderella, yeah. La Bella Durmiente.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty, yes. Well done. Okay. Thanks very much, everybody. Let's stop sharing, and I can see you all. Thanks very much. Well done. You'll be glad to know we finished completely with the doctor for a little while. Although we may sneak a few more in before we're done, before the end of the year. And next time, want to start thinking about restaurants, what to do in the restaurant, how to order food, how to order drinks, yeah, which I think most of us know already, but we'll run through it. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Nos vemos la próxima semana.
Bye.